Picture this. You step into your home, your sanctuary, craving the familiar embrace of your space, only to find a stranger painting your walls a garish coral, claiming it's theirs. That's the nightmare I, Henry Marshall, walked into in Meadow View, a quiet Baltimore suburb. I'd been away for a week at an Atlanta planning conference, sharpening my retired urban planner's mind. The trip ended early, so I caught a flight back to BWI, eager to surprise my tabby, whiskers, and sink into my armchair. Rolling my suitcase up the path to my primrose-coloured cottage, I admired the blooming azaleas I'd planted last spring. But as my key turned, a chill hit me. The deadbolt wasn't locked. Clara, my late wife, used to tease I could spot a crooked frame in a hurricane. I always lock the deadbolt. Pushing the door open, I braced for Whisker's meow. Instead, the acrid stench of fresh paint assaulted me, a nauseating coral like a discount spa gone rogue. There, in my living room, stood Patricia Coleman, my neighbour 2 doors down. Mid-50s, blonde hair yanked into a severe ponytail, she rocked a pastel tracksuit screaming overpriced entitlement. She wielded a paint roller, slathering my custom walnut bookshelf, the one Clara and I designed, with that hideous hue. My suitcase hit the floor. Whiskers darted from under the couch, vanishing. "Patricia," I said, voice tight as a wire, "what the hell are you doing in my house?" She jumped, paint splattering my oak floors, guilt flickering before her face settled into that smug, righteous smirk she used to scold neighbors over lawn clippings. "Oh, Henry, you're back," she chirped, like I'd crashed her party. My living room was a war zone. My leather sofa shoved aside under a paint-splattered sheet, my antique clock, a family heirloom, shrouded, my landscape painting gone, replaced by jagged drywall holes. "Patricia," I said, trembling, "how did you get in? Why are you destroying my home?" She set the roller down, hands on hips. "I'm improving it, Henry. You abandoned this place. A blight. My son, Ethan, needs a home." Ethan, her 25-year-old basement dweller, was an aspiring content creator, allergic to steady work. "Abandoned?" I sputtered. "I was gone 5 days for work. I've got the plane ticket." Her eyes narrowed. "My lawyer says abandoned property's fair game. Ethan's making this a modern media room, a man cave." I was dumbfounded. "You're trespassing and vandalizing my home. Get out or I'm calling the police." Her face reddened to match the coral. "How dare you? I'm saving this neighborhood. Ethan's a tenant." "A tenant in my house?" "Go ahead, Patricia," I said, ice in my veins. "When the cops get here, I'll show them my deed, my license, and my security footage." Her eyes widened at footage. The air crackled as we waited for sirens. Patricia was no stranger. She'd been a menace since moving to Primrose Court a decade ago with her quiet husband, Walter. While Walter hid at work, Patricia crowned herself HOA queen, seizing the presidency with ruthless efficiency. She nitpicked everything: grass height, mailbox colors, even Clara's roses for attracting bees. Clara, with her gentle steel, suggested a screened porch. The complaint died, but Patricia's grudge didn't. After Clara's passing, I kept to myself, tending my garden, savoring grandkids' visits. But Patricia's attacks sharpened, my jazz music too loud at a whisper, my trash cans out 20 minutes early. Her notes felt personal, venom aimed at the black widower who didn't fit her Meadow View vision. Sirens wailed. Officer Bennett, young and cautious, and Sergeant Harper, a seasoned black woman with a no-nonsense gaze, stepped out. Patricia launched her act. "Officers, this man broke in, threatening me. I live here with my son." I stayed calm. "I'm Henry Marshall. This is my home. I returned from a trip to find her vandalizing it." Patricia doubled down. "He abandoned it. Ethan's a tenant." Harper raised a hand. "Ma'am, got a lease?" Patricia faltered. "It's an understanding." I handed over my license, offered my tax bill and deed online, then pulled up my security app. Footage showed Patricia unlocking my side door, Ethan trailing with a toolbox. Another clip caught Ethan hammering my wall, grinning. Then, the bombshell. Ethan's social media post, filmed in my living room. "Yo, check my new crib. Mom hooked it up." The old guy bailed. He panned to Patricia, waving with a paintbrush, a tacky wolf poster tacked to my shelf, captioned, "Ethan's Lair." A text screenshot read, "Free house. Mom says the guy's gone." Patricia went ashen. "I was checking on it," she stammered. Harper's eyes hardened. "This shows unauthorized entry and vandalism." A crash echoed, Ethan, barefoot, fleeing out the back. "That's my son!" Patricia cried as Bennett secured her wrists. "Ms. Coleman, you're under arrest for breaking and entering, vandalism, and attempted fraud," Harper said. Patricia deflated, her entitlement crumbling as she was led to the cruiser. The neighborhood buzzed. At an emergency HOA meeting, President Linda Grayson ousted Patricia unanimously for conduct detrimental to the community. Her Zoom defense, claiming I'd abandoned my home, was laughed off. Neighbors spilled stories. Patricia cited Mrs. O'Connor for noisy wind chimes, measured Mr. Patel's fence for being an inch too tall. Her reign of petty terror unraveled. The Somerset Times ran a front-page expose. HOA member arrested in bizarre home invasion. Patricia's interview, calling my award-winning garden home a blight and me unstable, paired with Ethan's Lair post, made her a laughingstock. My living room was reborn. Bamboo floors, fresh walls, a larger window spilling morning light Clara would have loved. Insurance covered the damages. My lawyer, Michael Lee, filed a civil suit for vandalism, emotional distress, and racially motivated harassment, citing Patricia's targeting. The contractor, Tommy, confessed to giving Patricia my key, duped by her sick brother tale. Ethan pleaded guilty to misdemeanor vandalism, earning probation, fines, and community service. Patricia's trial was swift, guilty of felony charges, 3 years probation, a hefty fine, 200 hours of service, counseling, and a restraining order. The civil suit loomed, promising more pain. I pushed for HOA reforms, clear guidelines, transparent reviews, conflict of interest recusals, dubbed Henry's Rules by the board. Patricia's garish yellow paint plan was scrapped. A for sale sign went up, and they fled to a quieter county. A young family moved in, their kids playing freely. My home felt mine again, whiskers purring in the sunlit room. Justice wasn't loud. It was patient, precise, using Patricia's arrogance against her. So, what's your wildest neighbor clash? Drop it below. Hit like if this saga hooked you, and stay tuned for more tales where truth paints over lies.